Yes, dear students, this is lecture number 7, Stylistics. Okay, it's about an intensification of a certain feature of a thing or phenomenon, simile. We are going to know the aesthetic devices that most of the speakers or writers or authors use in order to add that flavor to their style. You know, simile is one of these features that they use. What is simile? Intensification of some features of the concept can be realized in a device called simile. And what is simile? It's a comparison, or there is an ordinary comparison, and simile must not be confused. Some people confuse simile with the comparison. Compare this on that. Okay. They represent two diverse processes, two different processes, although they look a little bit that similar. Comparison means weighing two objects belonging to one class of things with the purpose of establishing the degree of their sameness or difference. How different or similar they are. While simile is to characterize one object by bringing it into contact with another object belonging to an entirely different class of things. Okay? Interaction of logical and nominal meanings. Antonomasia. Antonomasia is another aesthetic device that is being used by authors to add that favor others to others to their style. Antonomasia, antonomasia consists of the use of a proper name instead of a common name. Proper name instead of a proper name. And the use of a common name instead of proper noun. It is based on the interplay between the logical and the national meanings of a word. As in other stylistic devices is based on the interaction of lexical meanings. The two kinds of meanings must be realized in the word simultaneously. Only one meaning is materialized in the context. There is no stylistic device. As in hooligan, boycott, which represent well-known examples of the use of formal proper names instead of common. And you can find some other examples of antonomasia. Like, Kate kept him because she knew he would be anything in the world if he were paid to do it, or was afraid not to do it. She had no illusions about him, and her business jaws were necessary. Another example, among the herd of journals which are published in the States, there are some the reader scarcely need be told of character and credit from personal intercourse with accomplished gentlemen connected with publications of this class. I have derived both pleasure and profit, but the name of this is few. Look at the capitalization of few. The name is of this is few. You hear they use capitalize it as a name, and of other legion, and the influence of the good powerless to and counteract the mortal poison of the bad. Stylistics. Look at the use of the word name in the later example made the author write the words few and legend in capital. It is very important to note that this device is merely realized in the written language because generally capital letters are the only signals to denote the presence of the stylistic device. So this is antonomasia. And then we have Before we go to, we need to look at Anthony Major. Anthony Major, as is mentioned, is to use proper noun, proper name to designate a number of class or a member of class. Anyhow, this is we have references. References is a device which denote the use of a longer phrasing in place of a possible shorter form of expression. Instead of saying happier, for example, you can say more happy. So it's a kind of preference, preferences, preferences. Longer phrases in the place of possible shorter and plainer form of expression, also called uh, circumlocution, a roundabout way of description. Due to the roundabout or indirect way used to name a familiar object or phenomenon, it is used in literary descriptions of great expressiveness. The little boy was deprived of what can never be replaced, deprived of his mother, Charles Dickens. You know, this device has a long history. It was used in Bible, in Homer's Iliad. It was popular in Latin poetry. See, the little boy was deprived of what can never be replaced. That means deprived of his mother. Instead of saying deprived of his mother, was deprived of what can never be replaced. So how using more words for shorter in the place of a shorter of a possible shorter. Okay. Euphemism. Euphemism is a word or phrase used to replace an unpleasant word or expression by a conventionally more acceptable one. Instead of saying to pass away, to depart, to be no more, to be gone, to join the majority, instead of saying to die, to tell stories, okay, to lie. Ladies or men's room, restroom, bathroom for toilet, mental hospital for a madhouse, starvation for undernourishment, insane for a person of unusual mind. They may have the structure of a sentence. I expect you'd like a wash. Mrs. Thompson said the bathroom to the right and the usual offices next to it. What in the name of an inf- infernal powers, Mr. Medal, Sarah Dickens. So using more conventional and acceptable phrase or words instead of unpleasant one. Then we have hyperbole. Hyperbole. Hyperbole is a stylistic device aimed at intensification of meaning. Hyperbole denotes describe extreme exaggeration of the quality of the object. He was so tall that I was not sure he had a face. This is hyperbole. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten his little hand, this little hand. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. This is hyperbole. Those three words, Dumby and Son, conveyed one idea of Mr. Dumb's life. The S was made for dummy and sun to trade in, and the sun and moon were made to give them light. So this is all these are example of hyperbole, hyperbole, exaggeration. So for the syntactical expressive means and stylistic device, principal criteria for classifying syntactical devices are: number one, the juxtaposition of the parts of the utterance, the type of connection of the parts, the peculiar use of colloquial constructions, the transference of structural meaning, and finally the juxtaposition of the parts of the. These are the principal criteria of classifying a syntactical device. You know, the principle of juxtaposition of the parts of the utterance, inversion, detached construction, repetition, enumeration, suspense, climax, and antithesis. Inversion is defined as the reversal of the normal order of words in a sentence. They do not take the normal order, which is an important feature of English. Is a crucial syntactical problem in many languages. In English, it has peculiarities which have been caused by the specific way language has developed. Finally, we have what we can call parallel instructions, parallel constructions. Parallel constructions is a device which may be encountered not only in the sentence but in the macro structure, the paragraph or the whole paragraph. The necessary condition in parallel construction is identical or similar syntactical structure in two or more sentences or parts of a sentence in close succession. There are real silver spoons to stir the tea with, and real china cups to drink it out of, plates of the same to hold it, to hold the cakes and toast in. You know, so parallel construction using of the same patterns of words to show that two or more ideas have the same level of importance, and they use and word to link these two, maybe two ideas or more. So there were real silver spoons to stir the tea with, and real china cups to drink it out of, and plates of the same to hold the cakes and toast in. You see? Parallel constructions are often backed up by repetition of words, lexical repetition, and conjunctions and prepositions like and or. Pure parallel constructions depend on the repetition of syntactical design of the sentence. Okay, so this is the end of our lecture, dear students. Thank you very much.